You know, there's so many of them, the Clintons and the Bushes, and you know who's who, and we know who's who over there and in Europe, and they will all become part of the no-fly list, no-fly zone in the list. So, if we can pull that off, and I think it can be done. It depends upon how it's written up and how well we do it. We could use some legal help on that. If there's any lawyers out there that can help out our team to make sure that we do this properly, because we have to present it to the other nations to sign. If we can do that, that's the end of this fight. They won't come over here again because they will be picked up. And if we pick them up, that's the end of them here. Because I think you know the rules in China. I think you know the rules in Russia. And if you're going to play with China or Russia or any of the other places that need the Chinese or Russian support, I think you can consider yourself in big trouble. So I don't know what else to say other than I'm starting to feel better. This has been a long 7, 8 days, 9 days here. And I'm tired, but I get some color. I've gone in and out of things a little bit. My head hurts a little still, but I'm getting better. I'm just unhappy the Red Sox are losing. But as long as we don't lose, I think that's the big thing. Now, as for you people who keep saying, well, geez, what's the difference between the cabal and the dragon family? Or China? Well, there's a big difference, first of all, because the cabal never gave you a goddamn dime. Okay? And they stole from the dragon family, and they stole from China, and the Chinese and the dragon family are still they're still going to help us. Considering is the wrong word. They're still going to help us. So, as whether they're going to give you free money to put in your pocket, the answer is no. They'll create opportunities, which is what they should do. And that'll all come through humanitarian programs. I've done all I can do pretty well, it seems like, for Indonesia. Sometimes they cooperate, sometimes they don't. We're going to get it done. And I'm gonna have. Wow! Whoa, you hear that?
Yes.
And I'm gonna have to. Whoa, baby. That might have been Alu. And I'm gonna have to. Wow. And I'm gonna have to work on that a little harder. Okay, I've been not well, and they've done a few stupid things, such as Swiss Indo, which is a waste of time, and amongst other things, Swiss Indos and with Laos. I mean, Laos doesn't have the money to take care of their own country. How can they take care of the world with Swiss Indos? Or OPPT, which has been already destroyed. It's a ridiculous waste of time, and we shouldn't talk about it. It's never going to happen. Anyway, I think we're fine. Once this happens, they're out of the West. They're out of this world. They're not allowed in this world, and they're not going to get permission to come into this world. They got to go through someone's fly zone, through the airspace. It's not going to happen. And if they're taken out of the sky, well, then God bless the people that take them out of the sky, because they just got rid of some vermin. And they should be watching for that. So, it's going to be more or less, and the ball's going to be in our corner at that point in time. And another thing, I can't see how you can look at China or Dragon family as being something bad when, we've got these mercenaries running around Ukraine and countries throughout the world, creating problems for this corporation that we have in the United States. We haven't even voted for an American as our president. We voted for a guy named Sotoro. And the president before that, his name was Sheriff. And his nickname was Lips. I mean, come on. We got to wake up. And we're going to do another Bush, maybe. I mean, come on. We can't do a Hillary either. We're walking right back into the fire. From the frying pan into the fire. We need someone new. We need someone not Democratic or Republican, because they're controlled by the same people, as you know. George Soros is the right hand of that, and Rothschild is backing George Soros, so there you go. On the other hand, George Soros most recently made a stupid statement in regards to England. And this applies to you too, to all of you. He told the English government that if they pull out of the European Union, then all their major manufacturers, their major players in manufacturing in England, will pull out of England. Which goes to tell you that those manufacturers are part of the global elite. Now, what do you think happened to the United States within the last 30 years, piece by piece? All the global elite who were manufacturers pulled out of the United States. It was all a Rothschild game. Okay? So, and if that's the case, now we got to talk Kerry one more time too. And the statement he made over here about the new weather weapons that they have, which can take the entire Indonesian country and put it under 12 feet or 14 feet of water in a matter of hours. You know, that wasn't mentioned for here, like I said before. That's mentioned for the whole world. You look at your earthquakes that's coming on 2 at a time, 4 at a time, 8 in an hour, whatever it is. It's all man-made. Now, again, like I said earlier, the people in California showed those names to those mercs that were coming up their streets, and they ran. They left. They had it. That's what we have to do, is let them know that we know who they are, who their families are, and everything else, where they live. And, you know, Snowden can provide that, actually. And there's 4 others that have them as well. And if they wish, they can send them to, again, one of the teams, including the Keenan team, and we'll make sure they get out there. There's no reason to let those boys run free with guns when they're not fit to. They might be wearing a uniform, but they also might be under a lot of pressure to use those weapons against their own people. We don't need a civil war. We don't want it. Anyway, I'm done, and I wish you well. And this is from Bali. Before I leave, I want Joe to take the camera. And this is the gate to Hindu, by the way. This is the Hindu gates right here. This is beautiful. Okay, you can see it all here. Joe, you want to bring the camera here? And
yeah.
Show it up here, up to the top, and you know, a lot of people want to see it probably. You know, and I gotta tell you, my favorite tree in the world is right behind Joe, right here. I love this tree. This is why I'm sitting here. You know, this is the Alu's in there somewhere. This little crocodile thing that's gonna try to bite my leg, and maybe Joe. Maybe I'll like Joe better. Joe's turning his back on Val.
So we're shooting the tree now?
Yeah, you are. That's the tree. Look at this, how beautiful that is up there. It's so old and so beautiful. Man, I love plants. I love trees and plants, boy. And they're talking about destroying all this. Sons of guns, huh? And over here, Joe, here in the middle here, on top there, over the top. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this, you know. The weather is hot. You know, and it's pretty. It's pretty. We're protected pretty well. Oh, somebody just turned off the lights on us.
Yeah.
And
no.
Until you got excited on that one. Now that didn't bother me. That little noise over here, which became a big noise. Alu coming up and trying to bite my leg. I've been bit enough. I mean, it's really a pretty, pretty place. And it's almost time to call it a night, but this is a update for you so that you know we are meeting, we are talking, and we are talking no-fly zone against the West. We don't want them here. They don't belong here. There's nobody to talk to here. There's the light back on. There's nobody for them to talk to. Okay? If they come over here, they're looking to cause trouble. We don't need trouble here. The Chinese don't need trouble. The Dragon family doesn't need trouble. Indonesia sure as hell doesn't need trouble. And Russia has already got their hands full of trouble from these clowns who are looking to take the Ukraine so they can start trouble, set up a central bank, and it hit Russia from the side. Remember one thing. The Ukraine separated from Russia because Reagan, Mitterrand, and Wanta, yes, the Leo Wanta, you keep talking as a white hat, mirrored the accounts. Reagan and Mitterrand mirrored the accounts, took the global accounts, took the funds, and used them to destroy the ruble. Okay, Wanta was involved in that just a little bit, and he served his time for it too because they didn't respect him enough. Now he says that the funds are his. How can they be his when they were stolen to begin with from the global accounts? So we're going to call this a night. Swiss Indo is forget about them. It's a joke. Let's see if we can put this thing together and end this show before I leave here. Okay? I'm feeling better. You can see I'm getting some piss and vinegar back. Now I say goodnight after showing you this wonderful place, and I can go to bed. Come out here and show them everything. Let them see the place. It's beautiful. Doesn't always have to be me talking. Let them see something nice. Everyone deserves to see something nice, and this is something nice. You can take this whole picture right here. It's sort of nice right there. The tree up here. Joe, this beautiful tree again. My favorite. Look how that tree looks. Doesn't get any better than that. You just might want to take a little walk around the pond here. That's pretty, huh?
It is.
Look at over there where the lights are, how it looks from far away. It's gorgeous. They want to kill all these plants and all these beautiful things with their chemtrails. They're sick people. They are sick. They're psychopaths. See how beautiful that is, Jim?
Yeah. It is.
It's one of the prettiest places I see. This little area right here. Oh, here comes the truss. Let's get in here. Be careful. Did I mention the dragon family in there at all? Yeah. I mean, the assets do belong to them, so look how beautiful that tree is up there. Look how big it is. Gorgeous, huh?
Yes.